Hello and welcome back to Guy's Castle. Last time I did stuff. We fixed a few issues, but we're still figuring out this issue. But eventually we'll find a solution to it. But not now. For now, let's see our current situation. We have lots of apple, we have lots of food, we have lots of drink. Things are looking up for now. Do we have distillery? Yeah, distillery craft to 20 wine. We probably have more than that, therefore, yeah, we have lots of wine. So that's not an issue right now. Now, one other thing that I still need to do is basically the defenses of this valley. But it's not that important right now as to, because I feel like that thing might not be that useful because... Let me gather my thought here, and I will gather my thought. Because that goblin that last time came and destroyed my whole gang in Wickedness Buckle, he came through the defenses somehow. I don't know if they are actually linked to enemies or not. I don't know. I'm a bit confused as to how that happened, but he came through the defenses. So I don't know if the defenses work at all, but I give the few people that play this game more faith than I do in myself. So there's that. But what I think I'm going to do is start building the market stall, as well as the rooms for every gnome we have so far. So that's gonna be something. So let's go to God if I know where. Ah, here it is. Okay. It's gonna need 3 tables and 1 chair. Pretty simplistic. We already have everything else but the kitchen here, which is good news. Let's just see now. No, don't rotate the camera, rotate the object. There we go. Should we place it someplace like here? Wait a second, I'm gonna make something clever and intuitive for my people. We're gonna place it here, because there is gonna be like a nice broad walk here and the market stalls, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty. I don't know if I'm probably being just rubbish right now, but still, I feel like that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a nice thing. What else? We definitely would need some other groves with different saplings, of course. So what I'm gonna do is go to terrain. No, actually agriculture. Cut clippings and select all of this nonsense. And through that we'll be able to place another 2 groves. I'm not saying big groves. I'm saying just, you know, normal groves. Not like this one. This is a huge one, but it's for producing food. Keep that in mind. Something along these lines, I guess. 6 times 6. How much is that? 21 times 1. So 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, that would be bigger. This is almost already bigger, apparently. Wait. No, I'm lying. It's not 21 times 1, it's 21 times 2. So 6 times 6 is not bigger. 7 times 6 is just as big. Okay. Let's make them something along 6 times 2. Yeah, that's gonna work. So bridge for now, because we have most of them. And this is gonna be pine, which we have only one currently, but that ought to change eventually, so it's not a problem. Alright, let's see now. What else should we do? Definitely consider building up this kitchen as soon as possible. After that is done, we'll definitely consider making the rooms. In fact, the ones that build the kitchen and the ones that make the rooms aren't really linked, are they? So I might as well just start on doing a corridor here or some sort. Yeah, let's make a corridor here. Something like this. 6 times 4 for a room. Seems good, huh? Oh no. Should I? Yeah, let's do this. 6 times 4. Everybody gets the deluxe rooms here. I am a good ruler. And when I say a ruler, I mean the ruler, yes. Not of gnomes, but the ruler, geometrical, the one. The tool, yeah? Okay. Good! Glad we sorted that out. Now, we have 4 rooms. Jesus Christ, they're quite big, are they? Aren't they? Not are they? But it's gonna make our gnomes happy one day. Yeah, personal quarters. I like doing this. There you go. Looks quite fancy, doesn't it? Look, we also found coal and more copper. It's quite fantastic what's going on around here. So thus far we have 7. We need a couple more. 2 in fact. Okay. So should we make them like up here, or should I make... Nah, I think I'm gonna make like a hallway right about here. Is this right? Yeah, that's right. And then one of these here. And one of these here. There you go. There we have our 9 rooms for our 9 gnomes, which are probably gonna become a bit more after a while, but for now the miners have their job carved for them. We'll replace this. Actually, what is needed? Yeah, I know what is needed. A needle is needed for a bed. A needle as for the other stuff, you know, because you need to make cotton, the things out of cotton, the cloth. And for making the cloth happen, you need needle from the bone carver, which we don't have, because clearly yucks are just 2, and I wouldn't like to butcher one of them right now. Although, if it is true that I get a yuck every 6 days, I should get one tomorrow, which is quite fancy. I like the idea. Alright. Okay. Let's see now. Things are looking up here. We found lots of mineral, actually. That's surprisingly good. I like that. I like that a lot. Minerals, seriously. It's not really minerals, coal, per se. It's more like an element, you know, Lauron, you're a chemist, you should know that better. I know. Never mind. Never mind whatever I say, okay? But yeah, the point is that we're finding some nice materials. Wait, is copper taking 1? Yeah, one ore of copper is taking 1 slot, which is kind of silly. But then again, not really. Oh, that's sapphires, actually. Now I just noticed. I can deal with that. I don't know what they are needed for. Probably some decorative stuff or something. But I'm sure that they will be needed for something. I'm still not sure as to... as if the personal quarters will be better the more furnishment they're in. I feel like I read that someplace, but I might be wrong. Provides better sleep and increases happiness. I don't know where I read it, actually. I think I did read it. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I did. So I might be lying. So if I lie, don't hold me responsible. It's not my fault per se. It's more like, you know, I feel like this should be implemented. The more furniture there is in a room, the better. Alright. Oh, we're already building the market stall. Why did it get priority over the kitchen? I have no idea, but we have a market stall. That's something that we haven't done in Wickedness Buckle, so that's good. Then again, Wickedness Buckle is a place of death and disease, considering that 3 people died there. Death and disease. That sounds horrible. Don't come to Wickedness Buckle. Its death and disease is going to kill you. Well, you don't say. Alright. So the kitchen should be next top priority for my gnomes, which is always a welcome change. I just don't understand why did they leave all of this nonsense like this. I guess cutting clippings is the highest priority right now, which I would understand, but not really. Alright, where else are we going with our lives? Hell if I know. I'd like to make a fountain, a connection to this place here, but that would lead to some unsafety things, right? I don't know even how to call them. Unsafety things? Unsafe... I don't know, but something will happen. Lots of sapphire in this room. Whoever is gonna live here is gonna be a happy man. Or girl, that is. I just noticed that there's lots of apparent girls here. 4 or 5. It's a bit hard. Let me see. Population. Okay. So we have Tilina, which is definitely a girl. Tisitus, Distus, who I don't know. Boodle Mospak, sorry. Bull Mospak. Hishwinkle, Mia Fizz, Mixel, Bam, Ket, Foodle. I like Foodle. Whoever you are, Foodle. I like you. Are you Foodle? If you're Foodle, I don't think it's Foodle. We'll see now when he goes to sleep. Are you Foodle? No, this is Bottle Mopsack. Mospak, sorry, not Mopsack. Although Mopsack would be kinda cooler. Come to think of it. Alright, so we have lots of things here just noticed. Which is good news. No, there's an in the end here. Fantastic. Yeah, things are looking up. For once. Not something I commonly say in nowadays games. But yeah, things are looking up, says the guy that probably is going to rage quit in an episode or two. But nah, it's fine. I love this game actually. It's you know, the process of discovering new things that gets me. It's not the process of replayability. Sometimes I do. What is that? Is that a bone? That's a marble knife blade. Why didn't you make the kitchen yet? You ignorance. But no, it's the process of learning that gets me into a game. The process of replayability is not as much intuitive and given, if you want, because, you know, you want to learn new things, you want to keep yourself in a certain sense of suspense, you want to see new things, or you want to speculate about new things. Now, this is not exactly a game I would define with a story, however, there are certainly good examples of role-playing games or strategy games where you have a fantastic story, but the problem there is that they tell you everything! Don't do that! Leave some imagination to the people! An excellent example of that is Dark Souls. You just know nothing by the end of the story. You're like, huh, so what now? But a bad example of this is BioWare games, where they just tell you any little detail. I mean, that's not bad in its own way. I mean, it's nice of the developer to devote all of their resources into their stories. But then again, when you think about it, is it better to just not know, or is it better to know? I think not knowing adds replay value. That's the point. Even here, when you don't know how if your process is the most clever, this adds to replay value. This is what makes a game good to replay, to learn new things, to do things differently. That's something that you want to do. You don't want a game with that much closure if you want replay value, of course. That's what I'm saying, at least. Anyway, we are on day 6. I checked at the yaks because you know what happens at day 6, apparently, but I don't know. It might depend on when you placed the pasture or not. I'm not sure on that. If I'm right or not, doesn't really matter. We'll find out sooner or later. But for now, the sun has risen, says the message here, which is something that makes me always happy to hear. Now, let's see. Yeah, people are just basically bringing the materials to this stockpile, which is good news. So we'll have a bit more space to settle up the personal quarters here. But if I do indeed get a yak, I'll probably be making a butcher shop. And if that is the case, with that being done, we'll definitely consider slaughtering one yak. God forgive me for saying that. And through that, we're going to make an awesome thing. We're going to make a needle. Aren't we? I think we are. I just don't understand. Why can we make a blade, a knife blade, out of stone, but we can't make a needle out of stone? Kinda makes me think of the past. The first needle was in fact from bone, wasn't it? I think so, yes. The first needle ever made was from... Wait a second, let me check here something. Do I really need only... where do I make a needle? I don't remember. Oh yeah, build, workshop, cloth, tailor. Here. No, it's only a bone needle. There is no other needles as far as we see here. But I think they should add actually a needle option for being made out of metal materials like they are right now. I think that would make sense, but definitely the first needle, as far as I know, was found to be out of bone. Not only that, I believe it was also found in my country. Or at least not the first needle, but one of the first or oldest needles. Oldest or eldest? I don't know, is eldest just used for people? Probably it is. But yeah, one of the oldest needles around. Is our food a problem? No, it's not. It's just that it's getting cleared up, which is fine. One of the oldest needles was found in my country, I believe. So that's something. Then again, old things are scattered through the Middle East as well as North Africa and, of course, Europe. That's the eldest or oldest regions of history around the world, I believe. I don't remember, was it the... how do you call it in English? Fertile half moon? The one between the... Jesus Christ, you know, I don't really know geography in English, as well as history in English. But, you know, the place where the Babylonians were, that place where now is basically Israel and the Arabic Peninsula and Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, I don't know. That zone there, what was it, the fertile half moon or something like that? That definitely is the case in Slovene, which is my mother tongue, that's how you call it. I'm just directly translating right now. But yeah, I don't know how to speak in English in history terms, so forgive me for that. I think it's the Tigris and the Euphrates. Let me check on Google, you know what? To hell with it. Let's check on Google. I think it's Tigris and Euphrates or something like that. I don't know. When it comes to naming and nomenclature... Let me see. So now that it's loading, we'll check out what... aha, perfect. So they finished actually mining. Tigris and Euphrates board game. No, it's Tigris and Euphrates. There you go. Okay, so it wasn't that far off, but yeah, it's the two rivers basically that are now currently in. Which country is it? God damn it, I'm an ignorant. Wait. I think it's I think it's... oh god damn it. Wait a second. I'm gonna get it before the episode is done. That's what I'm saying. Probably will forget about it in 1 second if something happens. Was a yak born? No, it wasn't. I guess it's something else then that is dependent on when the yaks are born, or animals are born, to be specific. Doesn't really matter. So... anything else to do? Farmers are definitely working, which is good news. What else do we have around here? All these sapphires are not being taken here. Did I settle the stockpile for sapphires? Jewelry, crafts, bone needle, absolutely, thanks. Furniture, jewelry, maybe. Is it jewelry, ring, necklace? No, it wasn't. Where is it under? Ah, gem, perhaps, yeah. Maybe that is the one. Okay. Perfect. So sorry for being a bit silent. I'm thinking right now still about which country is between inside the Tigris and Euphrates zone. If I'm not mistaken, exactly in between those rivers is Baghdad, isn't it? So that would make it Iraq. Iraq? I don't know even how to pronounce it. But yeah, I think it's Iraq. Yeah, that should be it, yeah. I'm still a bit confused whether that's true or not, but I think it is. Yeah, if that's Iraq, then there should be Syria and Kuwait. Syria up in the northwest and Kuwait in the southeast, correct? Geography a bit eludes me. We haven't done that much of an Asiatic and African geography. Like just yesterday, I watched on television a documentary of the Central African Republic. I had no idea that existed. Shows my ignorance in that. I just had no idea it existed. I thought that the only republic in in Africa was South Africa, and that's where it stops. But apparently there's also two Congos right now, the Democratic Republic and the Republic of Congo. Which I thought it was only one, but then again, when I was born back then it was still Zaire, I believe, so it makes me feel old. Anyway, Kinshasa. I still know something about things. Come on, don't misjudge my ignorance. Now let's see. Is there anything else we can do for 3 minutes, or actually 2 minutes now, because we're gonna stop recording then. Not that I know of. Oh, the kitchen is done actually. We can make something. Craft bread too. 15. Let's do that. This is going to give us a constant source of food, of course, through grain that we currently don't have, but oh well! It's gonna grow up here sometime, right? Wheat. Wheat is good. Okay, why aren't these sapphires being taken here? I thought that I selected gems. Yeah, I did. Raw gem and cut gem. Oh, there's also cut gems. Well, that makes sense. Alright. Lot of clippings here, not lots of trees here, which is kind of silly, but it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Definitely not lots of wood though, so we might as well go to agriculture, failed trees, and select the same trees that we cut their clippings off. Because otherwise you don't get the resources. If you just make the trees fall down, you don't get the clippings. I don't understand the concept behind this, because if you cut down a whole tree, you usually also get the clipping. But I do know for a fact that it's usually clever to cut the clippings of a tree first and then cut it down, because the tree weight is going to be lesser. Of course, that's not the case if you go against a redwood tree with only a 20 or 30 centimeters long chainsaw. That is going to be a big mess to solve, you know. Redwood trees are usually known for their obnoxiously big size, I guess. That would be definable as that, yeah. I guess so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pause this right now. It's been 25 minutes. We've discussed things not Gnomoria related, but rather we've discussed a lot of things. This game just activates my inner self mode, where I just start talking about crap like geography of the Middle East. Which is a bit ridiculous. Why did I even get to that point? Wait a second, now I have to think, why did I get to that point? We're talking about the ancient civilization, the bone needle. There we go. Ha! See, I can remember sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, be well. Bye!
This was the Lauron Gaming Show. Thanks for watching.